carnivore desserts. Yay! We'll talk about it right after this. Carnivore desserts. I saw a video, or maybe it was a Facebook post. It was some dumb social media thing. And it was like carnivore pancakes. Yay, right? And so when you go to Google's and you type in carnivore desserts, you got carnivore cake. Look at that. Look at that, carnivore cake. You got keto carnivore custard. You have, oh look, carnivore diet dessert. You have cheesecake. You have cheesecake. Look at that. Look at that, delicious. That looks carnivore, right? If you call it carnivore, it makes it okay. What else? What else do we have here? Carnivore. Oh, here's one. Just top 10 carnivore dessert recipes. Now I'm going to get a little bit of flack for this because I've been guilty of falling for the keto desserts, And look, there was a time where my wife made me a keto friendly birthday cake. She loves baking cakes, especially for birthdays. And I love her very much. And to be honest with you, the cake was good. I don't think the kids liked it. So my wife was okay with it. So I ended up eating most of the thing myself. And looking back, it was a nice effort, but what I needed was to not need the cake, right? That's the purpose of going full carnivore. That's why people go on the lion diet, which is just basically beef and salt and water. Now, I'm not going that hardcore on it yet, but for the most part, it's not the need for the cake. It's not the cake that's the problem. It's the need. Let me rephrase that. Scratch that. It's not that the cake is the problem. It's the need for the cake that is the problem. Okay? It's been ingrained in our souls since birthday one that we eat cake. I mean, what do we do with toddlers, right? They turn 1 year old, everybody has a big deal, and we went to this 1 year old's birthday party, and basically they had the moment where they put him shirtless in the high chair and let him tear up a cake, and everybody takes pictures. It's cute, and then at the end of the day, this kid was in a sugar coma. He was tired, he was cranky. There was 50 people in his house he didn't really even know, showering with attention and gifts that he probably didn't ask for. And then we wonder why our kids, our anxiety's up, their addiction to sugar, and they can't handle stress because we're throwing all these things at them every birthday. You'll have to forgive the noise. I'll have to go back and listen to this video, make sure that the wind, I didn't have time to set up the microphone. All right. When you go without something for a while, you can find the root of why you need those things. Like, why do I need birthday cake? Why? We don't. No. Look, Nobody needs birthday cake. What do you think people did before you could bake cakes? They had a birthday. I don't even think people made a big deal of birthdays. You know, yeah, you had a calendar, but it was just like, hey, you revolved, the sun another year. So, what do you want to do? You know, it's it's the fact that we deserve cake on our birthday. We deserve this. We deserve that. We deserve. You know what? You've got air and water. You get that, and then the rest of it's up to you, right? Even the water part, could be up to you. That's why it's so hard to defeat sugar cravings, is because it's not only a physical there's not only a physical element to that, there is a mental element. I mean, think about it. Carnivore desserts. Okay, so it's not really carnivore, is it? Because you have to sweeten it with something, now, unless you use honey. Um, and I don't think the old hunters, was like, well, I wish we could make a cake out of this that's sweet, because it's my birthday. I don't think they did that, right? The I mean, think about it. Look at all the Beyond Meat stuff that's out there. You go in the meat section, you're like, oh, hamburgers are, so much a pound. Oh, what's this? Beyond Burger. And you look at it, it looks like dog poop a little bit. And you're like, huh, well, I ain't eating that. Right? Throw it back. Right? And then, but you don't go to a barbecue and I mean, some people might barbecue that, but then is it truly a barbecue? Why do vegans need meat substitutes? Isn't the purpose to get away from the need for meat? So, answer me that, vegans. Why do you need fake meat to pretend it's real meat to avoid eating meat? Wouldn't it be better just to, like, I don't eat meat because it's, whatever your beliefs are, and then find out the reason why you might need to eat meat, and then try to defeat that? Just like, do alcoholics go to bars and drink O'Doul's? Maybe some do. But for the most part, you're better off just staying out of the element. You're better off going, why do I need to go to the bar? Why do I need to eat fake food? And look at that, right? So, look, is it a useful tool to have that kind of stuff? For some people, it is. I will admit that I'm kind of a quick cold turkey kind of guy. But at the same time, to me, if you are 100% carnivore or keto, except for that one day a year where you're allowed to have cake, and as long as it doesn't throw you into, well, it didn't hurt me, so I can do it some more, as long as it doesn't throw you into that, then, have a piece of cake. It's your choice. That's the whole beauty of this. But I guarantee you're going to feel the effects of that cake because you've been without it for so long. Because here's what's going to happen. You're like, okay, I need cake. I need dessert. I can't stay on this diet if I can't have dessert. So I'm going to come up with this. So you're going to spend the extra money. You're going to buy all these extra ingredients, and you're going to attempt to bake or do this thing, and it will not turn out like the picture, and it will not taste like you think it tastes like. And then you realize you've done all this work, and it tastes like crap. Or it doesn't taste good as real cake, so I might as well just have the real cake. Next thing you know, you haven't defeated the purpose, right? You haven't worked on anything. I don't know. I'm being rambling now. It's a huge effort. It's a huge expense to have replacement desserts. And you know what? There are plenty of companies out there that are going to take advantage of that need to have cake. Oh, you want a keto diet? We have keto cake. Or you want a carnivore diet? We got carnivore cake. Are you trying to defeat sweets? We got sweets. And then they'll just call sugar something else, like dextrin and maltodextrin and all these other things, right? And realize that you're still eating processed foods that are meant to be addictive. I don't know. Have you looked at the price of keto friendly bread? It's like $6 for a loaf of bread. And so what happens is like, well, I can't be keto because it's too expensive. Because you still need bread. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine a few years ago when I first started keto and I was losing weight. And I was physically showing how much weight I've lost and how much better I feel. And he's like, well, how do you deal with pasta? I said, what do you mean? Like, I need pasta. I'm Italian. I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, but what do you do for pot? I mean, it was like who's on first? It was going in circles. And I'm like, dude, I don't miss pasta. I don't miss that stuff because once you go without it, the cravings go away to a certain extent. Unless you do little cheats here and there, because that at least that's been my experience, right? So forgive me, the guy across the street's doing the lawn, right? We're at day 9, and the scales showed 285 this morning. Today, all I've eaten is a little bit of brisket, some slices of bacon, and 4 eggs. That's it. I don't know if I'll eat dinner with the family, and I feel pretty darn good. So, and today's been a busy, kind of almost stressful day. So, and just like I talked about the stress after the attempt at the rally, that's all I'm going to say because YouTube's blocking words now. We're going to have some extra stress in our lives, especially if you live in a pretty volatile political climate environment. And with the economy the way it is and with everything being the way it is, we're going to need our wits about us. You don't need dessert. You're going to eat till you're full and then you stop. You're not going to be hungry. You're not going to give in to temptation. You're not going to give in to cravings because they will disappear, I promise you. And if they don't, there's something deeper that you got to look at. And that's how you know. Thanks for watching. Strength for today, hope for tomorrow. Peace.